How's it going, guys? My name is Michael Thomas, and in today's tutorial I'm going to go through the enterprise theme and how the swatches work. I'm going to basically go through it from start to finish, cover how to add hex codes, how you can add gifs, how you can add PNG images, all as your swatches essentially. I'm going to cover the collection page also and the filter where you can display swatches on that. I'll have timestamps below, so if there's something you're looking for specifically and you just want to get in and get out, by all means, please do. Give us a like before you leave if you can. But yeah, it's a pretty cool feature in the enterprise theme, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what you need to know. I'm also going to have down in the show notes a file which will contain essentially, I think I've got 350 hex codes just pre-made for you that you can just copy and paste in here, and definitely helps speed up the process of getting your store up and running with some swatch hex codes all being on display. So without further ado, guys, I'm just going to get into it from here. I'm on my product page right now, and here I can see I've my color and I have these written out words. So first things first, I don't want to have the written out words, so I go down to the variant picker, and from style I'm going to select swatch color list. Then up here I want to put in the variant name that I want to be the swatch. So I'm going to go over here, copy and paste in color. And the cool thing as well is you can have multiple swatches. So if I put in a comma afterwards and put in another option, we will see that these guys will start to show up as swatches as well. Now these are pretty tiny and I want to use circles for swatches. So down underneath the variant picker, we are going to set our icon size to be quite large, and I'm going to set it to be a circle. And in a moment we'll start to see these guys show up like this. I'm actually going to make it a little bit smaller. Now we're going to go back up here. I'm going to remove size from here. And also this is actually another thing to mention. This is perfect for stores in multiple languages because you can put in the translated language of the color in here, and that will pick it up and know to display it as a swatch. And you can basically just put in the same line that I'm creating here with the translated word, and it'll show the same swatch. So very unique. Not a lot of themes can do this, so it's really, really cool. So here I have my first color, it's clay, so I'm just going to copy that and paste it in here. Next, we want to put in colon hashtag, and then we want to put in the hex code that we want to be displayed. So if I put in FF1234 4 zeros, this will start to display as a red hex code in a moment. Oh, I should put in clay here, not size. So this will start to display red hex code in a moment. There we go. Now I want to do the same again for the bottom one. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it in, and then, swap around the word. So I'm going to go here, select this, paste in the word, and then we have the hex code. Now, obviously we don't want it to be red. We want to have it more like the color of the product. So what I usually do is I usually take a screen grab of the product like this, like basically a screenshot, and then I'll use a tool like pixlr.com. It's free. If you need it, I'll have it linked below. I'll open it up, and then I can paste in my image here, and it'll open it up. I've already done this before. So here I have the image that I just made. I'm going to click on draw. I'm going to click on color, and I'm going to click on this eyedropper tool. Then I'm going to click in here, and now I've got the hex code here. I'll copy that. I'll head back to my product, and then here I'll paste that in, and I'll also do it for the mauve color as well. Get my eyedropper tool, copy the hex code, come back here, replace the red hex with the mauve, and now in a moment these two swatches will be showing the colors I selected. So now if I click on this one, we got this swatch. I actually would have liked a lighter color, so I just could go back to that image and try and make that work, but I'm going to keep moving on. So the last one is stealth, and instead of adding a hex code, because I've shown you how to do that, I would rather use an image I've uploaded into Shopify and specifically a GIF. So for this to work, you're going to follow the same method, but don't include a hashtag. Just put in the colon And then we need to put in the file URL for the file. Now that might not make sense, but just watch. Here I'll click on upload PNG image. And now we're over in the file section, and you can see I've already added some GIFs. So I'm going to use the sneaky GIF for this. So I'm going to click on sneaky, and here URL handle, I'm just going to copy this. And then I'll click. We'll come back here, we'll put in sneaky, and then we'll put in .gif because this is a GIF. It's not a PNG, it's not a JPEG, it's a GIF. And now we can see our GIF is showing. Now I'm going to do the same, but for a different file format. So we're going to come back here, and here we're going to use this image. So this is a longer URL, but as long as you just come in here, copy the whole URL, and make sure you note what file type it is. It's a JPEG. So we want to make sure that we replace that here. We remove the hashtag, paste that in, and then put in .jpeg. Oh, .jpeg. And in a moment, our image should appear instead of the swatch, which it is. Now the image isn't very, very clear. So what I could do now is I could come down here and set it to natural and maybe increase the size. So that will hopefully give us a larger swatch, and we can see the image a bit more clear, which kind of can. But also note that if you're uploading files, the best size to go with is 128 pixels because that's a maximum they will be loaded up as. If you plan on making the icon size 128 pixels. If you're planning to make it 22 pixels, then you don't have to make sure that the swatch image you're uploading is 128. You can get away with it being, 50. So that's the basic concept there to follow when you're doing this. Now we're going to use variant images instead of swatches on the product page. So here underneath variant picker, I'll select variant images, and in a moment, these GIFs and images will go away. And now we have the variant images here. Now, if you're kind of unsure where they're being pulled over from, they're being pulled over from the product page over here. So if we go over to our product page and we go down here to the variants, we'll see that the images have been added here, and that's why these are being pulled in. Also, please note that this will only work if you have a variant, because you can't tie it to a non-variant product. But you can just add the one variant and that's it. So that's really, you have no excuse. So that's how these images get pulled over in here, and you can control their sizes as well underneath here, the variant picker. Now we're going to go over to the collection page. So on the collection page here, we can see that nothing is being displayed, but that's okay. I'm understanding of that because I haven't set it up yet. So here we want to go to product cards, and for style, I can select swatch color list, and we can, have it load, and we can see our swatches are showing quite small, but that's okay. We can increase them here, and we can set them to natural, and in a moment they should be showing up a lot bigger on display. There we go, a lot better. But we can also use the variant images that we've added. So here we have our variant images showing up. And the cool thing as well in Enterprise is if you select a variant image and click on the product, it will load the product and load the variant image that you've selected. Now, like I said, these will display anywhere a product card is being displayed. And what I mean by a product card, I just mean is like wherever someone sees the product and the details of the product, they will display the swatches, which is really, really cool. And the last thing to kind of cover here is this guy over here, the filters. So underneath swatches, we've got product filters here. We're going to select swatch color list, and that will just basically take all the swatches you've created and added and show them here. Now, I haven't created enough of them, but like I said, I have created a file which has, like I said, 350 variants in it, and I'll probably add more if people want me to. And then we can just go here and paste them in, and then this should hopefully start to show a good few, well, not all of them are showing, but a good amount of them are showing now. As you can see here, I've created like a multi-color. So yeah, that's pretty much covers everything, I think. Thanks very much for watching. I do hope this helps. It's a really cool feature. It's very good for just adding a bit more dynamic look and feel to your website and a bit more interactivity for the customers. And also they can see at a glance, you know, what options are available in what colors. So, and also if they want, they don't actually have to go to the product page in Enterprise. They can just open up the option here, and like I said, the product cards will be on display here, which is quite nice, and they can just add to the cart. So that's it, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I do hope this helps. I'll be making a video on the multiple image variants feature in Enterprise next, likely. So if you're curious about how that works and want to learn more, be sure to subscribe. Do consider giving the video a like. I'll be doing a lot more videos about complex setups with some themes on the Shopify theme store. If there's one in particular that you found very, very technical and you thought that it'd be great if there was a guide, please do let me know. I'd be happy to try and look into it, make a guide for people, because this kind of content will help a lot of people get their store set up quicker. And in my opinion, I don't like to read guides. I prefer watching videos. So it does annoy me when some developers make these FAQs and they don't make any sense and they don't add any images. So hopefully this video was helpful for people that are kind of on my side. So thanks very much and have a great one.